And I also want to make it clear that when that happens and my office takes over, that there will be accountability for those who commit these types of acts in San Francisco. We are not a city that will be tolerant of this type of conduct. And so I look forward to continuing to work with the police department. I thank them for their swift action, and I will continue to work to support the mayor in our efforts together to collectively make San Francisco as safe as it should be. This is a setback, but we will continue to push forward to make sure that we minimize these types of events in our city. Thank you.
You guys, we can take a couple questions. I want to do it nice and orderly here. There's a lot that the chief, the DA are not going to be talking about because this is an open criminal investigation and it's incredibly active right now. So if anybody has any questions, let's start right here.
Is there any indication that Ricky was targeted because of who he is as a football player?
No, there is no indication that he was targeted because he's a football player. At this point, we believe that this was an attempted robbery, and we're pretty confident about that.
Do you know what they were trying to steal from him?
Well, we're not going to release that at this time. Information is still flowing in. You know, we're interviewing the officers. We have to interview Mr. Pearsall. Of course, he's receiving medical care right now. So when we put information out, we want to make sure it's 100% accurate. Although we have a good idea, we're not ready to release that at this time.
He was described as stable. Can you shed any more light on that? Is this a life-threatening situation?
Well, that's all I can say at this point because of HIPAA rules. He is stable, and that's what we've been advised by the medical team, and that's all we can put out at this point.
Yeah. Let's go. You and then Zach.
Do we know for sure there was only one gun in this situation?
Yes, we believe it was only one gun, and that gun has been recovered.
And it was the suspects?
It was the suspects.
First of all, do we know what type of gun, any indication that there were other people involved in this attempted robbery? Is this suspect known to police?
As far as we know right now, the suspect was acting alone, but as I said, this is an active investigation, so we have a lot of work to do. There are a lot of cameras in Union Square, so we're pulling video footage to confirm what we believe we know at this point. But again, before we put any information out, we want to make sure it's as accurate as we can be about information. But right now, we believe it was one lone person. That may change as we get video evidence.
And a known criminal, so police?
Well, he's a juvenile. He's a juvenile, so that's about as much as I can disclose at this point.
What was the condition of the suspect, and also how was he shot? Was it during the battle with the football player?
He is stable as well, and it was during the struggle. And that's about as much as I can say right now. Again, you know, we do have additional details, but we are not ready to put them out at this time. We still have some investigation to do, and we need to confirm some things.
Can you confirm how many times he was shot?
Not at this time.
Was struck by the same bullet or multiple shots fired?
More than one shot was fired, but again, we need to confirm exactly how, and there's a lot of evidence that we have collected, and there will probably be additional evidence. So we will, as information is available, when the district attorney, because once she gets this case, we want to make sure we protect the information so her prosecution can be, we can hold people accountable. So we're going to work with the district attorney in terms of what information can be released.
Was Ricky able to provide a statement in the interview?
Well, I can say this. He was talking, and that's a good thing. Again, he's stable, but we still need to go back and confirm some things. So there's more to do on that case.
Where was he shot?
Can't disclose that at this point.
I know there's been a surge in police in that area. Was this for the holidays, or is this part of that surge of police with the Union Square area that you had?
We have had extra officers in Union Square for quite some time, and we will continue to do that. As a matter of fact, usually when things like this happen, people get anxiety, and we want to make sure that the public knows that we're there for them. So we will increase that deployment. And we were going to do that during the holiday season anyway, but we're going to move that up to make sure that we don't have a repeat of this type of thing. I mean, we can't have a cop at every inch of every corner in the city, but we're going to do our best to cover that area like we have been covering. And the key is not only was our Union Square detail, we also had other officers patrolling the area. So that is why that response was so quick.
You guys, one more question? Over here.
We have officers here right now. It's an active investigation, and we want to make sure he has what he needs. But there are other officers here because there are other incidents that have happened where officers are investigating other cases. But we are here to support him as well as our other victims that are here. So you see quite a few officers here, but we are here for everybody.
All right, last one.
Mayor, the DA mentioned that this is a setback. Can you comment just on the idea about San Francisco and crime and the new narrative, et cetera, and consequences of that?
Yeah, I would just say that it is very rare for something like this to happen in Union Square. And also, as what was mentioned earlier, we have had an increase in officer deployment specifically covering the Union Square area for the past couple of years. And so, unfortunately, this incident, we are glad that the victim will be okay. But this incident does set us back from all the hard work that we've done in order to make significant changes in public safety in San Francisco. We still have the lowest violent crime rate of any major city. We are on track to have record low numbers of gun violence in particular in this city. And the police department has done an extraordinary job in addressing many of those issues, investigating those crimes, and holding people to account. And more importantly, working with our partner in the district attorney's office, Brooke Jenkins, in order to make sure there is accountability. So this is a setback because a lot of that hard work and the data, goes out the window sometimes when something happens like this. And my hope is that we can demonstrate that this is an isolated incident, one where our officers acted swiftly and the things that we put into place and how they were designed led to an arrest and will lead to accountability. That's how this is supposed to work. And we hope that people who think that they can come to San Francisco and commit these acts understand that they will be held to account.
You guys, thank you